Hi, this is Lenny Nuccio with Bottom Line Results, and I'm here today with Cole Smith. And Cole does a lot of work with social media, and so we're going to ask him some questions that most business owners would want to know the answers to, and tap into that wealth of information that he has. So Cole, thanks for coming today.
You bet. Thanks, Lenny.
Thank you.
It's nice to be here.
When did you start, Cole, into the whole social media arena as a business person?
Well, for me, I say I started in 1994.
Wow.
And when I say social media, and I say this in a lot of the training classes, is social media was AOL. You're familiar with AOL?
I had an email.
To me, that was the first form of social media. That was community. In the last few years, we're more involved with Facebook and LinkedIn and YouTube and all those, and that's kind of what today's space social media. So I've kind of grown up with it over 15 years or more.
Sounds like you're almost one of the founders of it.
It's hard to believe I'm that old already.
Why should a lot of business people we talk to say social media isn't that just for kids to talk to their friends? Why would a business want to utilize social media?
Well, that's a great question, Lenny. And social media for me is there's Facebook, 600 million people and growing.
600 million.
600 million people. Just a few short months ago, you were at 400 million. Now we're at 600 million. From a business owner, of a business perspective, I look at that as a distribution channel. If I have access to 600 million people, I couldn't get that 15 years ago. Now you can communicate in a community that's in an open forum that creates viral opportunities and marketing for your business at pennies on the dollar.
So then if I told one friend about a great experience with your business, they can begin to tell other friends, and then it keep expanding from there.
Yes. Well, just say if you had 5,000 friends on Facebook, or if you have 1,000, or if you have 500, they share the information. I share it with you, you share it with your friends, you like the product, and it just spreads.
And that's a more credible referral than from just watching a TV commercial.
Absolutely.
Anyone still even does that.
Absolutely.
Okay. How difficult is it, Cole, to get started for a business person to get started in the social media arena?
You know, the biggest challenge with social media, and I is getting started. Most people have the fear of using a computer. And then the second fear they have is, what is social media? They hear these same things like you just said earlier. It's just for kids. Or I'm just talking about, what I had for breakfast this morning, or, chatting about the TV program that I watched last night. So much more than that. I mean, it's you have Facebook or your social media sites for your business. Think of it as from a business and distribution perspective. Yeah, you can share information with your family and friends, but from a business, the opportunities are endless.
Great. So, Cole, what do you find is a pitfall or problem that business owners can, as they try to wade out into the social media pool, what are some common problems that they have?
Probably they take on too much. They try to take on social media, the 800-pound gorilla. What is social media? They don't even know what it really is.
Right.
Is it 10 social sites? Is it one social site? So they really just need to take it and break it down into the bite-sized bits. And as we teach in our classes, it's the Facebook, it's the LinkedIn, it's the YouTube, and it's your website. Don't try to, once you master those, then expand your world. But you have to get started.
So while it's large, you don't have to take on the whole world at the same time. Just focus on what's best for business purposes.
Absolutely.
Great. Is there a faster, easier way for these businesses to get started than trying to figure it out all on their own?
There's always a faster way. I mean, you find somebody like you or myself. The second is, they just take Twitter. Go to the bookstore and buy a book. All this information is free. There's a lot of free information for learning how to do it. Here's the problem. It's so new to most people. We didn't grow up with it. So therefore, everything in a book, it's foreign language.
Right.
So spend a little time and going to training classes and paying somebody to teach you how to do it and do it yourself, you'll probably realize real quickly you understand it, but you don't want to do it.
Right.
But first step is getting started.
It's a journey of 1,000 miles.
Absolutely.
That single step. With your experience, Cole, and you've been in video production too for a long time, what do you think is going to happen if if a business does not get into the social media realm? What do you think would happen to that?
Well, first of all, the first thing I think of right away, they're going to get your name of your business. Twitter's free, YouTube's free, Facebook's free. If you've got a business name, you better get it before someone else does. The question, what do I think is going to happen if they don't get into it?
If they don't, yes, it's too much trouble. I don't have time.
You know what? Offline business and online business are the way we did business prior to the last couple of years. The industry changed, the financial markets changed. People don't have the money like they used to. It's less expensive to market online, and you have the capabilities of more access to more people than you ever had. If you don't get online, you're going to get left behind. We're in the very beginning stages of some really great growth over the next 5 to 10 years. Those that are in it are going to make a lot of money.
Outstanding.
And they're going to be able to build a brand for themselves and their business.
And probably a cheaper way than they ever could have before, without the money that a Coca-Cola or a Ford Motor Company might have.
You can compete with the big guys. And in some cases, some products and services, depending on how soon or what you do in your social media sites, how much is enough? If you've got access to 600 million people and you advertise for pennies on the dollar, what could that do for your business?
Exactly. Excellent. Well, I appreciate it, Cole. Thank
Sure.
you very much. And if you have any more questions on social media training, please give us a call at Bottom Line Results at 949-788-2998, or check out our website at www.bottomlineresultscorp.com. Thanks a lot.